We are going to learn a new short story written by Leo Tolstoy entitled The Three Questions. Before jumping into the short story, let us find who is Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy is a Russian English writer who is best known for his novels and short stories. He belongs in the era of realism. Realism means the plot and the idea of the story or the novel is clearly or close enough with the reality. So it's the era of realism. And his most famous works are War and Peace and Anna Karenina. He has written almost 26 short stories. Three Questions is a short story written in 1903 by Leo Tolstoy. And the genre of this short story is parable. Parable means the story is mainly having a message. It indicates with a message. The main theme of the story is wisdom, helping tendency, helping hand, a successful life, to live in the present, and so on. Before jumping into the story, the main characters or the main three characters of this short story are the king, the hermit, and the wounded man. There are many other small characters also described in the story. So let me just give you an idea about what the story is really about. The story initially starts with a kingdom which is having a peaceful setting. The king, who was very loving towards the citizen, is a rightful king with rightful attitudes. The king had raised three questions. Those three questions are very important to lead a successful life. Now, let us see what are the main three questions asked by our king. The first question, the first and the foremost question is, what is the right time to do a right action? The second one, whom or who should he rely on doing such actions? And the third one, and the last one is, what is the main action that he have to do, or what is the important action that he have to do? So the main three questions are, what's the right time to do a right action? The second one, whom does he have to rely on to do that action? Third one, what's the important action to be completed? He had promised his own kingdom that those who are able to answer these questions will be rewarded. And many people all around the kingdom came to him by giving several answers. For the first question, some people told that it is better to have an organized life. If one is able to get and set a proper timetable for a life, all the actions and all the activities will only go in accordance with that one. No other actions will be added to the life. The answer was rejected by many others, and many others came with another answer. It is not able to pre-plan our life. Our life goes in accordance with the flow. We can never ever we will be able to pre-plan all our events. So it's better to go with the flow and choose what is the right action that we have to do. That was also not accepted by many people. Then the other group came with another answer, that it's better to take advice from the clergy, the clever, or the wisdom having fellows. And the other came with that other thought that is not able to easily get answers from all these people in a quick step. So it is better to get some magicians who can easily calculate and tell what's the right action to do in a circumstance. None of the answers have pleased our king. According to the king, all these answers were rubbish and he had totally neglected all of them. Coming to the next question, the second one, who are the most important people? Some told it For a king, the doctor is the important. Some told the clergy is the important. Some told the advised men or ministers are the important. Some told the religious men are important. That was also neglected. Coming to the last question, whom does he have to rely on? It's better to rely on science. It is better to rely on the strong warriors of the kingdom. As for the last two questions, the answers of this question was also totally neglected. So our king was in a sad mood. He was not able to find a single answer. None of his kingdom, none of his people was able to sort out the answer for his doubts or questions. Finally, he came up with an idea to meet a hermit. Hermit means sannyasi. To meet a hermit who was known for his wisdom and helping mind. So, our king set forward to meet the hermit. When he came at the house of the hermit, he found that the hermit was very weak. He was not having a healthy body, very old, and he was digging a hole. Suddenly, our king came up to him and asked for the spade, and started to dig the hole. Even the hermit did not hesitate to the king to do that action. The hermit just sat down beside him, and meanwhile, our king asked, I came here to ask 3 questions. I need 3 solutions. Could you please help me? And he described the 3 questions. What's the right time to do an action? Whom should he rely on? What is the important thing to do? All these 3 questions he set forward. And the hermit was totally silent. He did not give any answers. Still, our king is continuing with digging the hole. Later, after some time, again our king asked to the hermit, is it able to give the answers? Can you please give me that answers? Are you sure you will be able to answer my questions? Again, our hermit was silent. After some time, the hermit told her, give me some time, I will sort out the answer. The king was happy. At that moment, suddenly, a man was running towards them. Both of them was quite surprised by seeing that one. He was heavily wounded and bleeding out, and the wounded man suddenly faded out, and both hermit and the king took him into the hut of the hermit and started to treat him. The king had cleaned his wound and wrapped the man with some cloths, wrapped the wounds with some cloths. After some time, the man came back to his consciousness, and the wounded man was totally surprised to see the king, the one who treated him. He just gave a thanks to him and also asked for forgiveness. The wounded person asked the king for forgiveness. The king was quite in a confused state. Why does a person whom he does not know is asking for forgiveness? And last and finally, the wounded person told him that, I'm the one who was your enemy. I came here in order to kill you. You have hanged my brother, and I was determined to kill you. And I came here in order to stab you, but your soldiers found me and stabbed me. And his person, whom I was decided to kill, had helped me to have another life. Hearing that on, our king became very happy. The king became very happy because he was able to make his own enemy as his own friend by a single deed or single action. After all this, our king determined to go back to his kingdom. Before leaving the hermit's hut, for the last time, our king asked, Hermit, is it able to answer my questions? Can you please give me some solutions? The hermit laughed out and told, you have already sought out those answers. My dear king, you have found the real answers for those questions. The king was surprised. Me? I have found the answers? No, I am not quite sure. But the hermit told, for the first question, when you came here, for the first question, what's the right time to do an action? You came, you saw the weak hermit, and you asked me, and you helped me. for digging the hole. Second question, to whom does I rely on or whom does I have to help? That was the hermit. Third one, what was the action? To dig the hole. Come in the sense of the wounded man. The right action was to help the man. The action should be done to the wounded person. The action is to dress up his wounds. So remember that you have to do the right action in the right moment in the present. We are not able to pre-plan what's going to happen. We will not be able to take advice from others. We have to sort out the right action that we have to do at the right moment. So it's important to live in the moment, live in the present and help others. If you are able to live in the present, you will be able to do the right actions for the right people in the right moment.